Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing week 8 of Roxy's weekly challenge, which she calls Fun Pockets from Ephemera Kits. So I have a couple of ephemera kits, so I've got them out. I've printed a few things off that might work for pockets, and I thought that's what I'm going to use. So one kit is from Pink Monarch Prints, and I think I've got most of the ones I've printed off are by Pink Monarch Prints, but I also have some by the Paper Outpost, so I've got her ephemera kit as well, at least one of them. I don't know how many she's done, but it was, I think, probably the first one she did, so I've had it quite a while. And these little envelopes are actually from the Paper Outpost kit. I'm sorry I didn't do week 7. I'll explain as I go along why that was, but the main reason was I was just so busy last week. I could barely find time to do any videos, and I concentrated on doing the ones for my own things, the butterfly envelopes and the music journal. I concentrated on doing those when I had time. Didn't have time to fit in the Roxy's Weekly Challenge, and as it was just a continuation really from the week before, when she did more or less the same thing again, just in variations, I didn't think I needed any more document folders, so I thought, well, I thought I won't do them. So, but I do think I'd like to do this week's pockets, and I will certainly decorate one of them at least to go in my music journal. So let's just start working on these, and I love this little set. I haven't printed these off for ages. I think I must have used them a long time ago and forgot I had them, but they're going to be perfect for pockets, and I like that they're different colours, and they're just little envelopes they're obviously old envelopes that she's scanned, so I'm going to use those. Now I have printed mine on 160 GSM, so it's not super thick, it's still paper, but it's a bit more substantial than the normal copy paper, which is 80. So this is double thickness of what we would normally use for copying. And I know Rachel likes to use... Oh, sorry about that. Somebody's going past on a very loud motorbike. Yeah, Rachel likes to use just normal copy paper for hers and then reinforce the edges and things, which is fine. But for pockets, I'd like mine to be just a little bit more substantial, so I've used the thicker paper. And I'm just going to... In fact, I think I might use my trimmer for these, because I don't want ragged edges at the tops, although they have that ragged look. I think if you're using a pocket, I'd like them to be a little bit straighter. So if I can get this in here. So I'm just going to... And I'm not going to... Well, I could fold this one over, I suppose, and reinforce it a bit. I suppose I could do that, as I have got a bit of room at the top of this one to reinforce it. I might as well do that. But the other two are so close together that I wouldn't be able to do that with those, so I'll just have to leave them as they are. So it's another reason for printing them onto the thicker paper, really, is that there's no room to turn over the tops without losing some of the actual pocket. Although I haven't trimmed that particularly accurately there. Maybe I should do it this way first, and I can see what I'm doing. It'll be easier to see then where the pocket actually starts. And just do this one. Oh, I'm not paying attention, and it's not very straight, so I'll do that again. I think I always have this feeling when it's Roxy's Weekly Challenge that I'm against the clock, and I've told her, I'm not allowing myself to time it like Rachel does. It's just counterproductive for me to do it against the clock. I'm just going to try and do my normal length of video, or get what I can done, and just see how far I get. I'm not going to worry too much about doing loads and loads. I may not use all these, but I do like these ones, these little scanned envelopes, and they're nice small pockets, and sometimes you don't want great big ones, do you? Not all the time. That's that one. Yeah, so last week was super busy for us because the Monday, and I'm filming this on the following Monday, so, it's a whole week later. It was an inset day for the schools, which is, if you don't have those in where you are, it's when they add on, they have half term, which was the week before, and we had looked after Alyssa for one day during half term, and they have different things on different days. But then what they sometimes do at the end of a school holiday, they add on an extra day's holiday for staff training. So it's always a bit of a problem for parents who can plan for a holiday, take time off or organise childcare, but then when they add on these extra days, it can be a little bit challenging to get the children looked after for that one extra day. So we did our Nan and Grandad duties. Well, it wasn't a duty, it was a pleasure. And we had her for the day, so that was not a day to do filming. Tuesday, we had a lot of things to do, just generally catching up, because we had a lot going on at the weekend as well. So Tuesday was a difficult day to do anything. Right, let's see what else I've got here before I continue. I've got a couple of things here which might work. That seems a bit big. Actually, this looks quite big now I've printed it, so I'm not sure about that. I quite like these because I like the colour of them, so I might just do these. And these have got the extra space, so I might just, that one I don't even need to worry about cutting that down, because I can just fold all of that down, and I'll just tear this piece off and then fold down the top. Yeah, so Wednesday I had to go up and get my shoulder checked up at the hospital. It's the clinic they run in London. I had to go up and it was like my annual check on the shoulder. So we took the advantage of the fact that we haven't travelled to London from here at all yet since we've been here. So Richard came with me and we made a bit of a day of it by going up early and going and having some lunch before the appointment, which worked out quite well. The appointment was at 2:30, so we had plenty of time to go and have some lunch. And then by the time I'd had the appointment, it was time to come back, and it was the day gone really. But it was a really nice, made quite a nice day out. So that was Wednesday gone, and then we were having, one of my oldest friends was coming to us for the weekend on Friday. So we spent most of Thursday getting the house ready, really, getting things done that we wouldn't have a chance to do over the weekend. And I was going to try and do a video, but in the end I think I ran out of time. I did some preparations, but didn't actually get to make one. So that was that was last week, and then of course she was here for the weekend, and she was supposed to still be here today. It was a bit of a shame, really. She's got a very elderly mother, who's been pretty good. I mean, she's in her 90s, but unfortunately, while my friend was here, she got a call to say her mum had a fall. And I think it was during the night, and she'd been found the next morning by the carers. So, bless her, she had to rush off yesterday morning. Quite a worry for her, because they're very close since my friend lost her partner a few years ago. And so mum, she's very close to her mum. And so that's quite a worry. And I believe she's in hospital now with pneumonia, and she got hypothermia, so she must have been lying on the floor for quite a while. And she also, I think she cracked some ribs, or broke some ribs as well. Poor old lady. So, yeah, quite a worry for my friend. And it's a shame because it's my younger daughter's birthday this week. So she'd organised a birthday lunch yesterday. So yesterday was Sunday. And so she thought it'd be nice to get the family together for a birthday lunch to celebrate. And invited my friend as well, because she knew she was here. And she's known her all her life. They're very fond of her. So she was very welcome to join us, and was planning to. But in the end she had to go beforehand. She wasn't able to make it, which was a real shame. And it was it was a lovely. We had a lovely lunch, and it was a really nice occasion. There was lots of laughs, lots of teasing of their mum. Yes, I'm always the subject of a lot of the laughter. But it's all good. I have a tendency to say daft things, and then everybody just doesn't let me forget it for the rest of the day. But yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely to have, for us all to be together. But it was just very unfortunate that my lovely friend wasn't able to join us. And this week they've got there's going to be a teacher's strike again this week. They've had one already, and there's going to be another one, and the school's going to be closed. So we may be looking after Alyssa again one day this week. So yeah, I mean, it's just such a good thing. We're just so glad that we moved here, really, because we probably wouldn't have been able to help as much as we have been able to if we weren't living so close now. I mean, we probably would have helped some of the time, but we might not have been quite as easy to get over when they needed us. Right, I think that's enough. I don't even know how many of these I'll even get done, but I think I've got plenty to work with. So I'm just going to fold over those that I have got space to fold over to the tops. As Rachel did, just to make sure the pockets are nice and reinforced at the top, which is always the weaker spot, of course, where things go in and out. Just try and do that straight. I think that's a bit better. I hope it's straight. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's not too bad. So I've got that one. Got this little narrow one. Quite a nice one. It is nice to be busy and have things going on and going out and about, but sometimes it's just nice to have a quiet day at home. I can come up in my craft room and do my thing. Actually, it was lovely. My friend Jo, who was here. I showed her around the house and showed her my craft room and things, and then we were just sort of chatting and catching up. And she said, I'd really like to have a proper look at your craft room and what you do. And I went, nobody's ever asked me that before. No, none of my friends ever said, can I come and have a really good look at your craft room? So, poor thing, she may have regretted it, because I talked to her ad nauseum about junk journaling and showed her everything that we do. And she said, oh no, I'm really interested. Oh, great. And I was telling about, some of the YouTube channels that I watch, and especially Gail Agostinelli. I gave her number. I said, watch Gail. She'll tell you she'll show you what it's all about. So I don't know if she will. I mean, now she's got much more important things on her mind now. But you never know, because she said she does like doing crafting. She just hasn't had many opportunities to do it, really. I thought, oh, maybe I've got a convert. You never know. Okay, so I've got a few here that just need gluing down. Let's get some glue paper. Some bits I can glue on. Right. And then we'll see what we can make with these. Ew. I think I left the top off on this one overnight. So it came in the next morning, over the weekend, and realised. So I'm not sure how well this will glue. Feels a bit, I don't know, a bit weird. But it seems to have worked. There's that one. Yeah. I think I'm nearly at the end of this one anyway, and I've got a new one on standby, so that should be okay. Oops. Let's clean that down. Okay. Oh, this is already super sticky already. It's got a nice, slightly bluish tinge to it. Oh, the sun's coming in. I might have to pull my blind down. And I might have to take my jumper off. Gosh. You won't believe how many layers I'm wearing. I'm just so cold all the time. But when the sun comes out, it makes such a difference. But it has been a cold weekend. We went for a lovely walk. We live where we live now is quite near an RSPB's place. And RSPB is the Royal Society for Protection of Birds, and it's actually their headquarters. We live quite near now. And my friend Jo, she's always been into birds, and so is Richard. And I'm enjoying the birds. We're getting lots of birds in our garden, and I do enjoy them. And it's a beautiful place. It's all woodland and lots of paths to walk, and it's a really lovely place. So we thought, well, it'd be a good place to go with her because we knew she'd enjoy it. So we did that on Saturday, and it was really quite sunny like this when we started. We started on this walk called the Woodpecker Trail, and we set off and chatting away, and it took us up a hill and then onto a bit of a ridge at the top, and just as we got to the ridge we hit the wind, which was kind of quite chilly, the wind at the top of this. We sort of came out of the trees into this path on the top of the ridge, and we found ourselves with snow in our face. It was more sort of, I suppose, sleety, but very icy rain. You could see there were bits of snow in the rain, and we were walking into that, and it was a bit of a shock because we'd come out of relative, quite pleasant sunshine, and then, boom, this rain and snow hit us in the faces. So that was a bit of a shock, but it wasn't for very long, and then we started to come back down again and came out of that spot, and it didn't last, but it was chilly. It was freezing. What am I saying? It was freezing. Okay, so how many have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 of these little pockets. So that is plenty to be going on with. So I think the main thing that Rachel did with hers was she made them into wraparound pockets, and I don't really make a lot of those. I think I've only probably made them before as part of the challenge, and I feel like I've made them already this year as part of the challenge, but these are different, of course. So then you can either make this into a little tuck, and she just cut the corner off, I think, or you can make it another narrower pocket. So I could make it into a sort of more of a side tuck. So I think that's what I'll do. And the difference is if you either put a divot here for a pocket that goes down, or if you cut the corner off, you're making it into more of a tuck. I think I'm going to do that. So cut that corner off, and then make a little bunch. Isn't that pretty? That's not going to need a lot of decorating. That is so pretty. Some of these bits of ephemera are just gorgeous. So I'm just going to, I'll lose a little bit of the decoration at the top of the pocket, but I won't make it too deep. So that's that one. Over there. These really, they just need, I might not actually do all of them, because I like, sometimes on the top of a pocket I like a bit of lace. So maybe I'll wait to do this until I come to decorate these and decide whether they need a thumb notch or whether they need a bit of lace across the top. Yeah, I haven't decided. So this one, of course, is another wraparound. Most of these are going to be wraparounds now. I think I'll do this completely in half. So it's kind of small wraparound, and there'll be 2 little diddy pockets, I suppose. And just do a little one there. There. That's that one. And again, what should we do with this one? Just going to fold it there. Then you've got all of this, the American Bell Telephone Company on that side, and then that's ripe for a bit of decoration on that side, isn't it? I'm just calling out for it. And again, I think I'll make this little tuck spot. And another pocket. That's that one. But this one is a bit odd because it's got these 2 holes. I don't know whether I can... I'll probably cover them up with something. So, shall I do that the other way? Have that as a tuck spot like that. Maybe it's a pocket. Yes, it's quite a big one, isn't it? So that would make a pocket that way, wouldn't it? Both ways. That way and that way. Yeah, I'll do that as 2 full-size pockets. I shall try to do the thumb notches together. I don't know how successful I'll be. Not very by the feel of it. Because it's... Oh, sorry about the loud bang. That was hard. But yeah, so now I've got 2 pockets. That's another lovely one, isn't it? And I think I'm going to do it like that, I think. So I've got this picture here on this side. And that can be a tuck going this way. And that can be a pocket going this way. Oops. Okay. I don't know how many of these I'll actually get decorated because I've nearly used half an hour already. I don't know where the time goes. I'm sure my time goes faster than anybody else's because I never get as much done. Oh well. Okay, where should we start? I really want to do something with this because I think it's beautiful. And I think I just need to put something here, really. So what can we do? I did think it would be quite nice, and I don't know if these are going to work, to put some of my snippet rolls pieces on 1 or 2 of these. I'm not sure whether they're going to be a bit heavy. Or the other thing I did bring out, I've got these as well. Ooh. Trouble is I give myself too many choices and then I can't make my mind up what I want to use. But I thought it'd be nice to try and use some of the snippet rolls. Now these are the ones that are paper based. They've got a bit of a mixture of paper and lace. And in this box are ones I often forget. And these are my fabric ones. And I've got little clusters and some snippet rolls that I often forget to bring out. And I'm just wondering. And I love this box. I've probably said it many times, but it used to have soaps in it before I started using it for this. So every time I open it, I get this lovely smell coming out. It's really nice. I'm just wondering about something like that. Whether that would... Maybe that piece would be nice. Let's just try it. just a bit of a snippet, and I feel like it needs something, like a little focal point on the top. Something like a flower or butterfly. I wonder, just a moment. Let's see if there's anything suitable. Let's have a look at my butterflies. Used to be just a small one. Oh, hang on. I've got my other little butterflies that I like. So these are the fussy cut ones and the ones that come from digital kits in here. But in this box, I've got the ones that I punched myself and made myself. And quite often, quite a lot of them have been glittered. And I do quite like a glittery butterfly. Something like that. Is that going to be... It's a bit lost on there, isn't it? What else have I got? Maybe they're going to be too small. Or maybe I need to go something a bit of a contrasting colour. Something like that. See what else I've got. I've got this lilac one. It's quite nice. That one. Or a pink one, what do you think? Pink? Maybe pink would be nice. It's a bit small, that one. I've got the new punch. I'm just seeing if I did any pink ones with the new punch, because it's a slightly bigger one. No. Yes, I did. Well, that's the same as that one. Is that going to work? Let's see if I've got any others in here that might be nice. There's a die cut one. That's probably too big now. It's never quite the perfect one, is it? That's quite nice colour-wise. Just, yeah, maybe that one. That one. Or this one. Yeah, I think I'll stick with that one. I think I will. Not the perfect pink, but it's okay. There's a little bit of different shades of pink in there, and that just kind of, I don't know. It's actually got. I stamped on these, and I've stamped it with music notes, so I could almost put it in my music journal, couldn't I? What am I looking for? Glue. Glue would be good. Hi guys, I'm back. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but it's happened again. My camera turned itself off. I think it was my camera. I don't think it was me. I think the battery must have run out or something, and I didn't notice. So I think the last you saw, I was gluing this on. Well, I kept going for the next for another half an hour without realising that the camera wasn't on. So I'm going to have to I've made a couple more. I finished this one. I'll show you this one. It's finished. So I stuck the butterfly on. I think that's as far as we got. And then on the other side, I actually tore out a tag from the Stamperia paper pad, the music one, and tore around that so I'd got the music, the nice little violin piece there, and a bit of music behind it for the other side. So because the butterfly had a bit of music stamped on it, so I thought, well, I could use this in my music journal because it's beautiful, and I'd quite like to. I did also, when I was looking through my labels as part of my when I was filming and not really, well, thought I was filming and I wasn't. I found this label, which is music is what feelings sound like. So I thought I might possibly try and get that in there somewhere. I'm not sure, or put it on something else. But I've just pulled that out and I thought, well, I'll keep it with it and then we'll see whether I use it or not. Whether I put anything else on here, I don't know. But that one for the time being is done. I'll show you the other two I finished at the end of the video, but I thought I'll come back, and as we only got 2 more done, I've got plenty more to work on, so I'll try and do a couple more, actually on camera this time, and then I'll show you the whole lot. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I don't know how this keeps happening. And I don't know if it was me or the battery running out. I really don't. So when I realised that when I came to finish and I was saying goodbye, I looked up and the camera wasn't on. I thought, oh no. Anyway, so let's go back and just do a little bit more on these ones that I hadn't got to. So I'm just thinking, which one shall I do next? I think I might do, actually, I only managed one of these little pockets, so I think I might do one or both of these. So I think I'll do this one next. And I'm feeling like maybe putting a bird on here. I think I will make this one, I'll give this one a thumb notch. Because the other one I did, which I'll show you at the end. I promise I will. I put a bit of lace on, so I thought I'd do this one differently. Just put a little thumb notch in there. Oop. And just get rid of all of these. So I don't know why this keeps happening. I can only assume I was distracted and did not notice that it turned off. That is my only excuse for this. But it has given me an opportunity, I guess, of making a couple more. So we'll take that one. I've got my birds out. And I've got a few here that I hadn't fussy cut, but I've just roughly cut round, and then I'll cut them out if I feel that they're going to, one of them will work. They're quite large. They might be a bit too big for this little pocket. Oh, she's adorable. That's a little Jenny Wren. We had one of those in our garden the other day. She was so cute, hopping about. They hop. They're so funny. They don't look like birds. They sort of scuttle about, almost like a little mouse with a tail sticking up. Really cute. So that's a possibility. And there's the goldfinch. Don't love that as much. So that's that one. And then there's one of these. No, I'm going to cut her out. I do love her. She's so cute. I really feel bad because I can't remember who I bought this latest kit with these the birds on that I'm using. I can't remember where I got it from. I'll have to look it up. And if I can, I will try and, I don't know if I'll remember to put it in my description box, and if I don't, I apologise. Right, I think she looks really sweet on there. But of course I need to put something behind her to make her stand out a bit more, and I'm thinking probably book page makes the most sense. Let's see what we can find. Find something with a nice font or something like that. That's nice font, but it's the wrong orientation. A bit of that. Got anything else that's interesting? Like that. Anything else in here? Oh, this kind of strange looking script. No, I don't think so.
Let's see if any of this will do. A bit of German here. I'm not sure it's wide enough though, so we'll see. Is that going to do it? Yeah, maybe. Maybe it will. Just gives her a little something behind her. I've got a little something, another little bit of paper maybe to go enhance her a little bit more. I'm going to have a look at where I put it. Got some Florentine paper, but I don't know if that's going to work. No, I don't think this is quite the right sort of thing. I'd like to use some of this, but I don't think this is the place for it. Let's have some labels. Have a look at the labels. I think I want some Tracy Fox labels. Maybe a little. I don't know how that would look behind here. I'll put that up there. Something amazing, bringing intense delight. Well, it did when I saw her scuttling about the garden. It did bring me intense delight, so I think that's quite acceptable to put that there. Maybe that bit of stamped label maybe would go well there. Is that the right colour? I might try a red one. I want a bigger one than that. Oops. I'm coming out now. I don't know if this is big enough. Yeah, I think I like the red because it just brings out the bit of red in her tail. Yep, I think that will be quite nice. Not sure about this one yet, but I will put these on. I hadn't seen a wren in real life before, and I've seen one in our garden a couple of times now, which was really delightful. I got quite excited when I saw her. We always call them cheese because for some reason they've got the nickname of being a Jenny Wren, but I don't really know why. It probably comes from a book or something, Enid Blyton book or something, talking about little Jenny Wren, and somehow it's stuck, and that's the nickname they get. And I'm sure there's clearly male wrens, otherwise there wouldn't be any baby wrens, would there? But they're all called Jenny. Alright. So I'm just wondering, I'm not sure about this label now. Over that. I'm just not sure about the colour. It's not got quite the warm tinge to it that I need. Have I got any? I think it's the wrong booklet. There we are. This is more like it. Tracy Fox labels, I think, would go better colour-wise. No, too blendy. Maybe a red one. It's the wrong way round with a colour like that. No, I really would like a green one, but I haven't got many left. I've got any over here. Too big. It's not going well, is it? Struggling to find any more green ones. Okay, I got some numbers. Maybe that would work. It's not come to cover up the stamp, that's the problem. Still not covering up the stamp. Maybe I just need another stamp. Maybe that's all I need to do. Put another stamp on. Sorry, there we go. Because I don't really want just the scanned version of the stamp. I want an actual stamp. Let's see if I can find. Could find another little bird, couldn't I? Maybe. No. Colour's not right. Nope. What about this one? Yeah, I like that. Okay, that one's going to go on there. I'll just trim it a touch. Just trim off these extra bits. Don't want it to be too dominant on here. It's a bit bigger than the other one. Right. Where's my glue page gone? Here it is. Oh, look at all that glue. Oh, that's horrible. I think I need to start a new one. It's just gone really soft. Okay, I think that'll do nicely there. So that's one little pocket. See what else we got time to do. Let's just try and do one more. Right, I'd quite like to do something with some flowers, I think. I haven't done one with flowers yet. So I've got my flowers here. Let's see. Bits of glue everywhere. Right, I've got quite a lot of Roxy Creations flowers here, which are really nice to use. So I've got that one I like, and that one maybe. What's this one? And that one, which has still got to be cut out, so maybe not. I've got that one. That's lovely, isn't it? Lovely colour. And it kind of reflects the warmth of the background colour. So I do like that. That works okay as well. But I think I'll go with this one. Let's find something to go behind it. I wonder if any of this would work. a lot of blue now. And it's gorgeous, I just haven't found an opportunity to use it. Not sure if any of these are quite right. Try a bit of this one. Take that edge off. How would that look behind here? No, don't think that quite works. Well, there's only one thing for it, isn't there? Good old book page, it works every time. Don't want to cover up too much of the background there. I'm not sure even that makes any difference really. It's too similar in colour. That's not what I need, is it? I pulled out a Roxy Creations Antique Letters kit just because I think there might be a bit more contrast in some of the colours with that background. Just see if this is a better colour, just to give a bit of contrast really. So you've got handwriting and handwriting that's very similar. Nope, don't like that. This is getting ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay, so now I've pulled out a few scraps of digital papers. This is some Rachel paper, which is very nice. Bit of green. That could work. I've got this one which has got some quite similar flowers. Maybe that would be nice. Yeah, I think that might be better. Let's have a look at this now. So I've got that piece there. I have a feeling it's upside down. But maybe it won't notice with the flower over the top. Not gonna work. And then I think I might put a little bit of a little bit of the book page underneath the bottom half. sort of there. Is that going to work? I think it will. I think books, well, I think I'm happier with that anyway. It may not be perfect, but I think we need to go with it. I've faffed about long enough with this piece. It's ridiculous. Seems such a good choice, that flower, but just trying to find something behind, just to give it a bit of a background, has proved rather difficult. And I think then I could put this here. Give it a bit of an ink up so get that bit more of that vintagey colour going into it. And right, just trim off that bit of leaf. Doesn't work too well on because it's a bit wet from the glue. Right, let's do this one. So that one I think I'm happy with now. And on this one we'll do flower as well. But I don't know if I want to do the same colour, so maybe not that one. Oh, I'm really getting in a mess now. Right, let's see if we can find maybe something a little different colour-wise to go on the back. It's a bit more delicate, that's quite nice. And this one might take a little bit of Florentine paper. And I've covered up the little punch hole thing there with doing it there. That's nice, I like that. Yeah, let's see if we can find a bit of Florentine paper now that would go with this flower. That's going to be too dominant. A little bit of that, no. Here we go again. Nope. Well, maybe the pink would be alright because it's got a little tiny touch. Yes, I think that might work. Just a little bit. Because there is a little bit of pink in the flower and this might just bring it out. Let's do that at the bottom. So a bit of that pink. And then maybe a little something else. Underneath it, like that. And then we've got a nice pretty little blue flower. I always put things on the left, don't I? I wonder if it would be nice to have it on the other side, although it's facing that way. Let's just try doing it the other way around. Just to try it. I can still cover up the little white hole there. I think I might do that. I might do that on this side. Just for a change. See what how I can cover that up. That's it. Bring that across just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Yep. I think that will do fine as it is. I don't think I need to put anything else on there. I can always add something when I get to use it, whatever journal it ends up in. Okay, I think now we are going to have to call it a video because having done this twice now, and I still only managed 2 more, but never mind. Just clear these out of the way a little bit, and I'll show you what we've done, including the ones that I did off camera. So now I've only got 3 left to do, so they can go in my to-do box and they might reappear at some point. So this one is the floral one, and a spring journal. I think there might be a spring journal coming. Depends on how long it takes me to get there. So this one you saw most of me doing. Well, didn't see that bit, but that's that one. Should go in the music journal, I think, with or without this label, but that might go on to something else. And then this one, actually, I think it's my favourite, with my little Jenny Wren on. And then there was another one of those that I made. Whoops. With a bit of lace across the top, and a little extra stamp with some cheesecloth underneath, butterfly, and a bit of book page behind it. I rather like that one too. So these ones I'm really quite pleased with. Not so sure about the others. So then this was one of the more narrow pieces of ephemera, and I used one of Tina from Shabba Dabba Doodah's vintage plates, I think she calls them. A piece of handmade paper from my LA Treasures box. I just thought it went nicely with the background colour. A little bit of very fine lace, very plain. It's just a piece, an end piece, I think, and a label. And I quite like that side. This one, I think I panicked. I just put a label on there that contrasted. So yeah, that looks like it might need a little bit more or something. Not sure what. So yeah, I'm not quite so happy with that. But that was the last one I did before I realised I hadn't been filming. So there we are. We've actually ended up with a few. So blessing in disguise, I've ended up with managing to finish a few more now. And there we are. Roxy Creations Weekly Challenge, Week 8. And that is the fun pockets made with digital ephemera pieces. So thank you very much for joining me twice. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.